Hart, do you believe in life after love?
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. First topic today. So I have a guessing game for you. This is rare that we play these type of games, but I thought this would be fun. Somebody sent this to our Discord this morning. I don't believe you've seen it yet, but also knowing you, you might have cheated after I told you not to look at this. Anyways, point is, shout out to the people who tweeted this graphic out this morning. It was from College Basketball Report at CBK Report. College basketball power conference standings over their last 200 games. So we got every single team from the ACC, the Big Ten, the Big East, the Pac-12, the Big 12, and the SEC. Going back 200 games. Do the math on that. That's like roughly, what, 6.5 seasons? Over 6 seasons? Just over 6 seasons? Maybe 6 seasons? I don't know. Something like that. But we have wins and losses, total wins and losses from every team over their last 200 games in the top 6 conferences in college basketball. Some interesting findings from this for me as I was looking at who was near the top. I would like you to try and tell me who the top 10 teams are, just in terms of win-loss percentage from the top 6 power conference programs over their last 200 games. Let's see how many you can get right out of 10. And people can play along at home as well while you are in hell right now.
I am. Oh, okay.
So I have the order here. I also have like a quick tally of the teams that just missed. But how do you want to do this? You want to just throw teams out, or do you want to try and guess number one at the top and work your way down?
No, let's throw teams out.
Okay. Do you want a hint before you guess anything?
Yes, 100%. I want a hint.
There
What?
are
Please hint me.
there are 6 that I would consider obvious.
Okay.
There are 3 that are like not surprising, but not obvious. And then there is
Okay.
one that is very surprising.
Very surprising. Okay.
That's your hint.
Okay. That does nothing for me, but okay. Oh.
This is not this hard. What
Can
teams
I
have
have
won a lot of college basketball games and not lost that many in power conferences?
Let's Purdue?
Purdue is number 6. Over their last 200 games, there are 5 teams ahead of Purdue, but Purdue is on the list. Congratulations.
Thank you. Kansas.
Kansas is number 2 on the list. I was a tad bit surprised they were not number 1.
Kentucky.
Kentucky is not on the list, Cart. That is strike number 1. Your goal is to get this done in less than 3 strikes. Kentucky was actually 11th. They were 1 spot off of this list. Kentucky's record was 140 and 60. So every other team that is on this list has won more than 140 of their last 200 games.
Duke.
Duke is on this list at 3rd overall.
Okay.
Let me give you number 2. Duke won 152 games. Kansas won 154 games. That's 2 and 3 on the list.
Baylor.
Baylor is on the list. They are tied for 4th with 149 wins in their last 200 games.
Okay.
You have 4 of the top 10. You have 6 remaining. You're missing number 1. The other team tied at 4, and then 7, 8, 9, 10.
Houston.
Houston is number 1 overall, Cart. This is crazy. In the last 200 games, Houston's record, guess what it is?
176 wins.
172 and 28 in their last.
That's great. That's insane.
The closest team to them is Kansas with 154. So Houston has won 18 more games than the next closest team to them in this span. Insane.
Gonzaga on the list?
They're not a power conference team. I'm not going to count that
conference
as a strike. I'm going to help you.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Arizona.
Arizona's on the list. They are tied for 7th with 2 other teams.
Okay.
Arizona won 144 of their last 200 games.
Okay. I think there's. Oh, I don't know. They had some bad years. Um.
You're missing of the hint that I gave you earlier. You're missing two more, not surprised, but not obvious. You're missing one obvious, and you're missing the complete surprise.
Okay. I said Kansas. I said Baylor. I said Houston. I said Kentucky. Oh, UConn.
UConn is on the list. Any guess where UConn is on the list?
I feel like they're a little bit low.
UConn is 10th overall on this
Yeah,
list.
that makes
141 and 59, just one game ahead of Kentucky.
okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They have one game ahead of Kentucky, so literally, what the last the last game will put them over.
Yep.
That's crazy. All right. I need how many more?
You need three more. You're missing two other teams tied at seventh with Arizona with 144 overall wins, and those are the two at seventh that are not surprising. Or yeah, they're not surprising, but they're not obvious. You're missing the team that was tied with Baylor for fourth. That is a complete surprise.
North Carolina.
North Carolina is not on this list. North
I knew they,
Carolina,
I knew they weren't too.
133 and 67 is North Carolina's record in the last 200, which surprises me. There's a lot of teams ahead of North Carolina that are not on this list that I will name when we get there.
Yeah, I should have known they weren't on the list. That's giving away a strike for no reason.
I'm kind of stunned, honestly. I didn't like. I know they had like a 1-2 down years, but like, there's been a lot of Carolina teams that have been good in the last 6 years.
Yeah. Okay. Said Duke.
You have two strikes, so technically you can't have another strike card. Do you want one more?
Wait. Is Tennessee on the list?
Tennessee is on the list. Tennessee, 144 wins, tied with Arizona. They are on the list. So you are only missing two more schools card, the complete surprise, and the other team tied with Tennessee and Zona.
Okay. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go with
You don't want a hint? You're just rocking?
Texas.
Texas is not on the list. Texas is not close either. They are
Okay.
they are 131.
All right. Who'd I miss?
So that's three strikes. So you're out.
Yeah.
The other team tied at seventh that I think was gettable is another SEC school that is not Kentucky or Tennessee.
Not Arkansas, is it?
It's not Arkansas.
The SEC. What school am I missing?
There's a couple ones you should guess probably, but it's one of them.
Who?
Come on, other SEC school, not Kentucky, not Tennessee, not Arkansas.
Brother, just tell me.
Why you can't guess?
I
another
lost.
SEC
I
school?
lost the game. Just tell me.
Well, this one's kind of obvious. You should get it
Well, why don't you just tell me?
because I want you to guess it.
I'm not gonna.
I don't know why you're being Mike Woodson about this. Why are you being so stubborn?
Just tell me, man.
No.
You're really not gonna tell me.
Just throw me one more SEC guess and then I'll tell you.
Florida.
That's a horrible guess.
Okay. Well, can you tell me now?
No, I'm having too much fun. This is why if I was Alex Trebek, I would never tell people the answers when they get them wrong. I would just be a dick.
Oh, I had 3 strikes. You just say it.
Well, let's change it. You get 10 strikes now.
Okay. Mississippi State.
It's Auburn. Come on.
Okay.
Come
Thank
on.
you.
Come on. That was petty. That was just you just didn't want to guess the obvious one.
I didn't. Like, just
Yeah, I don't like that.
I was fed up.
I don't like that from you. Who do you don't even want to guess the complete surprise? I feel like you didn't even like try to guess the complete surprise.
Can you give me the conference? Is it Big East?
It is not the Big East.
It's not the Big East.
It's not the Big East. Not the Big Ten. Also, your school, Michigan State, was second in the Big Ten with 131, but they were way
Pac-12?
behind a lot of others. Not the Pac-12. It's an ACC school that was ahead of North Carolina, behind Duke.
ACC school that was ahead of North Carolina and Duke. Virginia?
Virginia, fourth overall in the last 200 games. Virginia has won 149 of their last 200 games.
Wow. I would, yeah. That's the surprise one, right?
That's the surprise one. Tony Bennett slander through the roof. So the top 10 programs in the last 200 games: Houston 1, Kansas 2, Duke 3, Virginia and Baylor tied at 4, Purdue 6, Arizona, Tennessee, Auburn tied at 7, UConn at 10. The closest teams off the cut line were Kentucky, Creighton, and Villanova.
Nova was still up there, huh?
Interesting exercise.
Yeah, very. My other Big East guess was gonna be like Marquette or something.
Marquette was lower than I would have thought too. Marquette 132. That's right around Michigan State 131, Oregon and UCLA 131. Alabama, I was surprised was low, only 132. Yeah, just wait. Like North Carolina has as many wins and losses as Texas Tech in the last 6 years. That seemed crazy. And then like
Let Riley know that.
Kentucky being out of the top 10 honestly makes it feel more justified that they fired Cal. BYU is only 8 games behind Kentucky in the last 6 years.
8?
Yeah, BYU won 132 of their last 200 games, and Kentucky won 140. Kind of crazy.
But technically, do they count as a power 5? I mean, I know they are now, but those wins occurred when they were in the WCC. Right?
You're right, but just kind of crazy to add it all up together. It's interesting to me. Michigan, Juwan Howard killed us lately, 120 out of our last 200. Devastating.
You're back now, Dusty.